Hi, my name is Olive, and I want to talk about early puberty in girls with no other than my dear mom. Welcome, Mom.
Well, thank you. Thanks for having me.
What is early puberty in girls, and what could cause it?
Okay, early puberty in girls is when puberty happens before the right time. So ideally, puberty is supposed to happen in a girl around age 10. That is by age 10. So anything before then is considered early puberty, especially if it starts before age 8 in a girl. That can be referred to as early puberty or precocious puberty.
Okay. I like that response.
Thank you.
The next question I have for you is, what are the signs?
Okay, so when puberty is about to happen, there's a communication in the brain that tells the body that it is time for it to start making some adult hormones, right? So it happens for no reason. It just happens, right? So the signs that you can see for you to tell that those hormones have started being produced include things like rapid height growth. The girl will just increase in height, some of the signs is also having pubic hair, adult body odor, appearance of acne or pimples. And in some cases, you can see that she begins to grow breasts and also vaginal discharge or even bleeding. So imagine this happening before age 8. That means that girl's puberty has come too early, earlier than it's supposed to. So these are some of the signs of early puberty, and it can be one or more of these signs. Yes.
Okay, I like that response. What can parents do to prevent it?
Oh well, so really the work is much with the parents, and part of what they can do is learning about this stage that their girls are likely to be in early enough, learn much about it, educate them, and also help them to eat right, maintain a good lifestyle, exercise properly, prioritize rest, okay? And also stay away from processed foods, drinks, skincare products, and all that. Those are some of the things parents can do to prevent early puberty from happening.
Okay, what can parents do to correct it?
Okay, so it's almost like the previous question that you asked me. Similarly, if early puberty has already happened, the things that a parent needs to do is, just like I have explained, help the child to, first of all, accept what has happened. It can't be reversed, right? And the next thing to do is to manage it so that it will not have negative consequences on the girl's health, on her esteem, and other things. So learn more. Also learn about nutrition for that age. Ensure that the girl is eating wholesome meals at the right time, getting enough rest, because her body is already operating like an adult's body. That 8-year-old child or 9-year-old child is no longer a baby. The body is already functioning like an adult body. So let's say the child has been the type that was restless before now, just eats anything, ice cream and all that. no, that can't happen now, otherwise she will have bad experiences in her puberty and even adulthood.
Can early puberty be diagnosed by a doctor?
Yeah, early puberty can be diagnosed in a doctor's office. So when a parent notices that the girl is having signs of puberty, either is one or more of the signs, it's important that she pays a visit to the doctor together with the girl. And based on what the doctor observes, he will know if it's necessary for them to run some blood tests, or in some cases even check, do some MRI and other scans to be sure that all is going well. There is no infection, there is no tumor in the girl's brain that could have led to that early puberty. So when these tests and scans are done, based on the results that they have, the doctor will be able to make a diagnosis, and so based on that, he will recommend the next step of things to be done.
Are there any concerns about early puberty?
Of course, there are concerns about early puberty, and that's why it's important that parents do not just flow with what is happening in the girl's body or the signs that she's having and just look away like it doesn't matter, because there are consequences of early puberty. And so because of these concerns, that is why it's important to speak to a doctor or another health practitioner who can guide them. When puberty happens early, that also means that it will finish early. And once puberty finishes in a human, what happens is that growth stops. The bones have reached their final maturity, and they will stop growing. So even though that this child may be taller than others of their age at that time, this same child may eventually not attain, they may not get to their right adulthood height. Okay, so that is one concern that comes with early puberty. Another concern is that because this girl who was formerly seeing herself as a baby now suddenly begins to see that, oh, she's maybe her breast is growing bigger. In some cases, maybe for the ones that start having vaginal discharge or bleeding, they'll be wondering what's going on. Maybe their mother or their father tells them more about it, but they notice that their age mates may not be having some of these experiences, so they will feel odd, they will feel like they don't fit into the society, sort of, so it could give them, it could affect them emotionally or even socially. And in some cases, you now see such girls being aggressive, people teasing them, and that could turn them to bullies. So because of these concerns, it's important that there is proper guidance and communication once a girl is in puberty or early puberty especially. Thank you.
Thanks, I like that response. What treatments can be done?
Okay, so based on the doctor's diagnosis, he will recommend treatments that will be needed for this girl. In some cases, a treatment known as hormone replacement therapy can be used. The doctor in question, based on the test results, will be the one to determine what hormones to give, what hormones to balance, and all. Sometimes they may also have to give this child blood sugar regulating medications, because sometimes they may discover that her body is not really treating glucose rightly. In some cases, they may have insulin resistance. Okay, so some of them may even put on weight in a fast way, so. And sometimes too, the weight may not come, but their body is really not dealing with glucose very well. So because of that, a doctor may also have to recommend blood sugar regulating medications. But aside from what a doctor can do, the parents, like I've mentioned earlier, can encourage the child. This is the time that the parents play a big role. They just have to encourage this girl child to lead a healthy lifestyle, because based on how they handle this phase of her life, a lot of things in the future can be affected or even determined already. Some ladies who are in their 20s, who are in their late teens and all, find out they have hormonal imbalances. Some because of the issue that started due to early puberty or unhealthy lifestyle they had started leading right into puberty and their early adulthood ages. So it's important that the parents take up the responsibility, be their child's counselor, confidant, somebody that she can trust, and somebody who can teach her too, so that she will go through this phase peacefully and successfully.
Thanks. Next question is, does puberty go away in one day?
Oh, well, that's an interesting question. Puberty doesn't go away just like that in one day. Like it starts happening in the morning and ends in the evening or by tomorrow morning. So it's a phase. A phase is something that happens between this time and that time. So depending on the girl, her gene and her family history, that would determine how long her puberty phase can last. It never just goes away in a day or in a short time. It's an ongoing process until that girl becomes a full-blown adult, and then we can say that puberty has finished. So maybe that way we can say puberty has gone away. But it doesn't really just go away like that.
Can people never have puberty?
Okay, so in rare cases, yes, it can be delayed, but never. That's a serious medical condition. Okay, so just like early puberty is an issue, late puberty is also a big medical issue. So for a girl who is 15 and there is no sign of puberty at all, her breasts are not growing, no changes in the body parts, that's a big problem. And so the same way there was a diagnosis for that early puberty, the doctor will have to recommend tests that they will do, and by the time he checks all those things, they will be able to tell what is wrong with the girl. Because at most age 15, a girl should have seen all the signs of puberty.
Is it good for a girl to ask her parents about puberty?
Yeah, that's a very interesting question. Yes, it's very, very good, because it's a very important stage, yet it's tricky. So asking your parents questions, no matter how the questions look like, is very important, because that is how they will guide you. And the parent is also expected to make the family environment very inviting for the child to ask questions, to discuss things with them, whether there is a guest in the house or not. She should have her attention at all times, or the father too.
So, pretty girlfriends, try to always ask your parents any question about how your body changes. Remember, it is in asking that you learn. Thank you.